This is one of my Ashdown amps. I love it. It sounds stunning. It's an all tube head, super compact, great stuff. But here in my studio, even if there are standing a whole bunch of amazing amps around, I don't really use them for recording anymore. Today it's all plugins and software and modulars. It's just so much more convenient. So let's use an Ashdown, not this one, but one that lives in my computer. Hi everyone, welcome to Bass the World. My name is Kiko Fries and today I'm accompanied by my buddy Johan Bonitz, playing his personal Sandberg bass plus a few of mine later on in the video. In case you're wondering about this Band-Aid, my doctor took a blood sample this morning. I think she's still trying to figure out what causes this accent. What you see here is the Ashdown ABM Evo 4 plugin by Mixwave, which is exclusively sold through Sweetwater.com. It's a perfect replica of the ABM Evo 4 amp and a whole stack of Ashdown cabinets. One of my favorite features of the ABM heads is the built-in octaver called Subharmonics. Let's try that. It's there to get some sub-frequencies to add some weight to your bass. But when you dial it up properly, as we just did, it's a great sounding octaver. Love it. By the way, you can find a free trial version on the Mixwave website, but if you want to get a real thing, click the Sweetwater link in our video description. Now, let's treat this like an amp review for a moment and talk about all the features. It starts with your input gain and the global EQ shape option on the left. Then comes the famous Ashdown VU meter and a 9-band EQ that you can take out of the chain if you don't need it. Underneath sit the octaver, a compressor and a drive called Valve Drive Plus. Let's try this one out. This is not a full-blown distortion, it's more of a subtle drive that allows you to add some grit to your tone, which can help you to sit better in the mix. A super useful feature that shouldn't be ignored, even if you're usually not using drive or distortion. While we're at it, let's hear the dynamic compressor dialed up to 100% on my Fender P-Bass with flats. Above the amp we have useful features like mono stereo, presets, a gate and up to 8 times of oversampling for better depth. Plus the amp and cab icons to get back and forth between the amp and the cabinet screens. This right here is pure madness in the best way possible. An Ashdown 8x10, two 1/15s and an optional Ashdown horn tweeter. All of these cabs can be mixed with multiple virtual microphones. You can select the axis, the distance, the angle and the delay. You can pan them in the stereo mix, control the individual levels, the polarity and of course bypass them if you only want to use one cab and or mic. This looks like a lot, almost too much, but the default setting is so good that you don't need to touch it at all. I balanced the mics a bit in our sounds, but mainly because I wanted to see how this affects the outcome, not really because I felt I needed to do that. If this looks a bit overwhelming to you, just ignore it and leave the amp on screen. Here's one more sound, this time without EQ but a tiny little bit of drive, all recorded with my Sandberg Bass the World bass. The only thing I have to criticize with this plugin are the little on and off switches for the drive, EQ, compressor and octaver. It's really hard to see whether they are engaged or not. Little status LEDs would have been great. But after working with this for a while I noticed the shadows are a good indication, but yeah, there are better ways. Otherwise, this is the perfect plugin to give your direct bass sound a bit of amp flavor without the hassle of miking an actual amp. It's super easy to work with, you get great results with just a few minor adjustments, mostly just disengaging the shape button and you're good to go. Plugins as good as this are also often a lot more expensive, so yeah, great job Mixwave, Ashdown and Sweetwater. And again, if you want to get it, please use the link in our video description below. If you order through this, Sweetwater will know we sent you and will pay us a little kickback, which is the easiest way to support our channel. That's it from me. Thanks for watching and bye. Bass drum roll.